Hello everybody and welcome back to Cobblers Vlogs, where today we are previewing Sunday afternoon's Emirates FA Cup tie between Northampton Town and Notts County. It's the second round. There's a big prize in the third round. You'll be in the hat with the big Premier League and Championship clubs. So who is it? It's going to be in that draw. Let's take a look and get on with this match preview. Okay, so to start off this preview then, we'll take a look at the recent form for both sides, starting off with Notts County, who are currently in the National League. They are sat in 9th place, having played 23 games, 8 wins, 8 draws, 7 defeats. So pretty consistent in terms of the numbers, in terms of wins, losses and draws. We'll do the usual. We'll look at the last 3 results. Obviously, Notts County, the National League, 1 league below the Cobblers. The last 3 results. On Tuesday night, it was a 2-2 draw against Boreham Wood. On last Saturday, it was a 2-1 defeat to Aldershot. And then before that, it was a 3-0 loss to Barrows. So no winning 3 for County. Their last win came on Saturday, the 9th of November, in the FA Cup against Ebbsfleet. So the last win was in the FA Cup. That's something that the Cobblers need to be aware of. But they haven't won in 3, so hopefully the Cobblers can make that 4 on Sunday afternoon. It feels strange saying Sunday as well. Looking at the Cobblers, we are sat very comfortably, well, very not comfortably, but very nicely in 6th place in League 2. We've played 19 games, so a few less than Notts County. 9 wins, 4 draws, 6 defeats, sat on 31 points, just 3 points off Crewe, who take up the last automatic promotion spot. If we're looking at the last 3 results for the Cobblers then, we'll just quickly go on to those. Obviously, last week it was that game against Grimsby Town that ended in a win for the Cobblers. Verdane Oliver and Scott Wharton getting the goals to give us that 2-0 win. The weekend before that, it was another home win, a 4-1 win against Crewe, and then the week before that was that FA Cup tie against Chippenham Town, which was a 3-0 win. So the Cobblers, I think it's 7 games now, this run we're going on now, 7 games undefeated, which is hopefully something that we can keep on going and then get into the third round to get a big draw, hopefully. Looking at the head-to-head record between the two sides, we have Notts County, who have won 27 of the games between the two sides. 13 of them have been draws and 17 of them have been Northampton wins. So 27 Notts County wins, 13 draws and 17 Cobblers wins. The last time the two sides met was on the 6th of April in League 2 last season. That was a 2-2 draw, and then the game before that was on the 22nd of September last season in League 2, which was a 0-0 draw. The last 3 games between the two sides have been draws. The 2nd of April 2016 was also a 2-2 draw. So the last 3 games have been draws. Hopefully we don't get another draw, because a Tuesday night replay is probably the last thing that both sides need. Right then, so looking at the two sets of teams, the danger men for both sides. Obviously, the Cobblers, you've got the likes of Nicky Adams, who's a threat. Sam Hoskins, our wide players, are always threats. Verdane Oliver, who's obviously got the goal against Chippenham in the last round, scored last weekend against Grimsby as well, so he's in form. Harry Smith, who probably will start against Notts County. We can see what he can do in the air as well. Notts County fans may be familiar with Harry Smith. If we are looking at the Notts County side, a team that is still full of decent players, to be fair. They've got the likes of Matt Tootle, who's a well-known fullback. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's brother does play for them, Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain. The likes of Dion Kelly-Evans as well in defence. Looking at the midfield, they've got the likes of Mitch Rose, Jim O'Brien, Michael Doyle, all decent players that are well known within the lower leagues. And then if we look at the forwards, Wes Thomas, who was he at Oxford or someone like that recently? But again, another well-known striker down at this level. Christian Dennis as well. Enzo Baldwin as well as another one who can be a threat up front for County. So lots of attacking quality that Notts have got that could hurt the Cobblers' defence. But I think the likes of Charlie Good, Jordan Turnbull, Scott Wharton, it's the best defence in League 2 without a doubt. So hopefully they don't come up against any problems, and hopefully we can get through to the next round. If we're moving on then to the opposition view, we've got George from the Notts County Talk YouTube channel. Thanks very much for them for helping us out. So yeah, we'll pass over to him now for his views on Sunday afternoon's game.
What's up guys, George from Notts County Talk here. I've been asked to give my 3 players to watch for Notts County, so I'm going to go straight in with our main threat for me. It would be Kyle Wharton. He's a striker, he's a target man, that's his main role. He literally wins well, must be 90% of his aerial battles. He just seems to get his head on everything. He holds up play very well. He's our leading goal scorer, so he knows where the goal is also. So he's a key player for us. Moving further back, in goal, I'm going to go for Sam Slocum. Now, I don't think many Notts fans will agree with this one, but for me, he's a must include because he seems to be very good at saving one-on-ones. When it comes to close encounters, he just seems to be very good at getting in front of the ball and saving them. So definitely worth a mention for me. And another one, I'm going to go with Enzio Baldwin. Now, he's a player that he thrives on confidence. So when he's scoring the goals, I don't know if you've seen any of the goals this season, but he has scored a few screamers. After those games where he scored the screamers, he seems to have, created more, been in the game more. So definitely a player to watch out for, but he doesn't always turn up every game. So it's one of those, he might play really well, or you might not even see him in the game. One player that we have been told to watch out for Northampton, though, is Dane Oliver. Obviously, he's a former Notts player. He's a striker, isn't he? He's high in confidence because I think he's recently scored. And yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game for Notts. It'll be an interesting test because I think we want to see where we're at against like an informed League Two side. So I'm going to go over 1-1. That's what I think the scoreline is going to be.
So yeah, that is pretty much it for this match preview. All left for me to do now is to give my score predictions. I would love Cobblers to go through to the next round and get a nice big draw away at Old Trafford or the Etihad or Emirates or just somewhere like that. Although I'd really like to go to the new Spurs Stadium as well. Just a nice Big Six Premier League away draw. I've convinced myself that we're going to win, so I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. So that is pretty much it for today's match preview. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Go and subscribe to the Notts County Talk YouTube channel as well. I'll leave a link to that down in the description. So yeah, once again, drop a like if you've enjoyed it. Hopefully the Cobblers can get that 2-0 win and a big away draw in the third round. And yeah, up the Cobblers. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.